Welcome to the 2020 and 2021 Creative Floor Awards. A big thank you to everyone who entered. You've helped us raise over £100,000 towards our Talent and Diversity Fund. Only a fraction of what was entered has made it this far, so you really are the excellence of execution, and you are the best there is, the best there was, and the best ever will be. Congratulations on an amazing job, and enjoy the show.
It's not easy. The mask kind of makes people uncomfortable. I don't have much of a social life. I wish people could see me for who I am, just trying to fit in. Be a good friend. Make a living. I know, the whole chainsaw thing.
What is your emergency?
At the age of 17, Markin Oliver was killed in a shooting at a school in Florida.
It's now 2 years on, and his parents, who've been campaigning against gun violence, have used remarkable technology.
I always thought football killed my dad. Dad was never diagnosed with a concussion, but it was just hit after hit after hit. He was already suffering from dementia in his 50s. So when he should have been enjoying his retirement, we were instead losing a little bit more of him every day. After he passed, I donated his brain to the Concussion Legacy Foundation and Boston Brain Bank. And when we got the results back, I wasn't surprised. Dad had stage 4 CTE.
Despite dyslexia affecting up to 870,000 children in the UK, less than 150,000 are actually diagnosed, leaving them without the vital support they need at a key time in their learning development. Online tools are available for parents to test their children. However, they're stressful for the child and create a stigma about
In essence, the campaign was expertly simple. It was go to where the teenagers are and give them the information in a way that is going to make them take notice.
I'm sorry.
Just hours on the timer, attention on the fire, we'll braise and flambe. It's such a glorious day. My dinner party is today.
Knives at the ready, pots simmer steady, candles on, lights go dim.
All my guests will never want to leave. Just remember, this is our big shot. My stomach is enough. It's so fine to wine and dine with dear old friends. They're not coming.
Unnoticed and untested. ADPKD is a leading cause of renal disease, yet its main indicator, kidney size, is routinely overlooked. If this sounds like a big problem, it's because it is. By the time doctors realize what's going on, it's too late. Our challenge was to change that. By showing doctors something so big, they couldn't look away.
While 100 million adults in China are affected by COPD, less than 7% are properly diagnosed. Shortness of breath is commonly mistaken as a natural part of aging. So, to encourage early checkups, we turned a mobile phone into a self-testing tool.
Frightened, depressed, and cut off from family and friends, older adults in long-term care can't always communicate what they are truly feeling. Solo app presents the Mood Modifier. Using facial recognition, the app detects the unique emotions of an individual at a particular moment in time.
The iPad, a technological, interactive work of art. But when it comes to healthcare detail aids, we fill them with traditional line graphs and bar charts. Pharmacists see these all the time, and most of them are boring. Which means important data is often missed. So how do we get pharmacists interested in data?
Even in today's advanced healthcare system, over 26 million people worldwide are still affected by heart failure, with survival rates worse than those of many cancers. A threat made more deadly by how difficult heart failure is to spot. Early detection and treatment is key, but how can busy doctors connect with one of nature's most complex organs when most will only ever see someone's heart in grainy black and white images? To bring
idea about pendulum, now we have completely different and unpredictable results.
Every year, the mass production of billions of prescription pill bottles made of recyclable plastic end up in landfills and ocean dumps. Because small bottles can't be recycled, they become toxic waste that devastates our marine life and natural ecosystem. The time is now to protect our precious planet. Made in partnership with TOM, the global movement of makers and innovators, the prescription paper pill bottle is 100% compostable and biodegradable.
So there are 3 million people die every year in the world from chronic obstructive pulmonary disease. And one of the biggest problems looking after people with COPD is under-recognition of COPD flare-ups. Healthcare professionals just don't have a visual image themselves of what a COPD flare-up looks like.
Your daughter ought to have more water. The goaltender's debit card was rejected. Rejected.
Hey, people. Tomorrow we bring the Shingrix effective conversation video to life.
I took an improv class once. Like, was I accepted to Juilliard? No. Like, did I apply? Yeah.
You just have to...
Shingrix is a 2-dose series. So part of your job in supporting patients is educating them on the need for both doses. In this scene, you're preparing customer for some common adverse events. If he has adverse events and he's not expecting them, he may not come back for the important dose number 2.
You want to run lives again?
Yeah,
just to be sure.
And I'd also love to talk about like where we're coming from.
This scene is all about how easy it is to check Shingrix insurance coverage. We'll try it a few ways, dialing up the urgency. And...
会いたい人に会えない時も見えない道に迷う時も
CIPN is a very serious problem for people on chemotherapy. Yet many healthcare professionals don't recognize the pain it causes and aren't empathetic to how it disrupts lives. We interviewed real people with CIPN, and when we heard their stories, we created a way for healthcare professionals to get up close and personal with the stinging, stabbing, burning sensations.
Juvenile idiopathic arthritis affects 1 in every 1,000 children.
I have it in my knees. The symptoms are really bad, like hitting my knee with a hammer.
Barely able to walk and maybe even fall on the floor.
For younger children, communicating can be incredibly hard.
Early diagnosis dramatically affects the long-term outcome because we have such effective new drugs to control this disease.
So we
In October 2020, almost 20% of Saudi Arabia had stopped wearing masks. The Ministry of Health had an immense responsibility to bring that number down and save lives. So we went to analyze why the people of Saudi had grown tired of masks. Saudis have been living and communicating in groups since the dawn of time. People are each other's lifelines. Saudis' need to connect and communicate had taken over their compliance. The solution? We showed them they could still connect and communicate with each other with masks.
Atopic dermatitis goes far deeper than just lesions and itch. It can cause a continuous burden in moderate to severe patients. Just like Igor here. It's only by going below the surface do we reveal the true nature of AD. It's a chronic disease characterized by a constant underlying inflammation. Going even
Your heart moves to a beat, pumping blood from head to toe. But if you have heart failure, then not enough will flow. Your heart stops working well, the muscle becomes weak. So listen to this song about a medicine that's unique. It's good to have a change of heart. Yeah, it's good to have a change of heart.
This is Grandpa Max's tale. It's a story of love on an epic scale. of the moments he shares with his beloved Maxine and adventures like you've never seen. On any other plain old day, he's a regular old plain old man. But with his grandchild by his side, he's like a kid again.
歯科矯正が2万円からできる比例ライン矯正無料のアプリで施術例がわかる比例ライン矯正安い比例ライン矯正で検索
Women's experiences are doubted and silenced, creating a never-ending cycle of shame. So we broke the law of silence by asking women how they felt.
Like a chainsaw in my womb. My womb is a bit.
Miscarriage felt like my body betraying me.
Without your loving, I'm just poor. So come on, baby, give me more.
Every day it's the same. Wake up, always tired. My back's stiff and sore, again. Just getting up causes pain. I try to get on with it, ignore it, push through it. Like I do when my heels are hurting. It's slowing me down, keeping me from all the things I love doing. It's been
I can talk to her, but she won't respond or anything.
It's not easy to get to know someone who can't talk. It teaches you to pay a lot more attention to little things.
We have a very musical family.
If you have multiple sclerosis, brochures don't help you move. Websites don't help you remember. Walks can't help you find the right words when you forget them. But music and sound have that power. Music can help people with MS walk more steadily, remember more clearly, and boost their moods.
What's your emergency? Hello? What's your emergency? Are you there? Hello? No one is answering.
You arrived too soon. I imagined. Pleased to meet you. Tell me more about you, and I'll teach you, kid, to breathe with me. Breathe with me.
So I was diagnosed with Parkinson's in September of 2018. Yeah, things have changed. It never really even occurred to me that my handwriting could go too.
He used to write these silly little notes. Sometimes they rhymed.
But now it's so difficult, I just kind of gave up.
It's a common problem in Parkinson's disease called micrographia.
Camilla Bobilla. Hot, right? What's that meter up to? For that price, bada bing. I'll hook you up. Only take the tunnel. The bridge ain't nothing but taillights. Like velvet.
It's not easy. The mask kind of makes people uncomfortable. I don't have much of a social life. I wish people could see me for who I am, just trying to fit in. Be a good friend. Make a living. I know, the whole chainsaw.
Our top story this morning on Good Morning Britain, hundreds of people are dying from asthma because of failings by doctors, according to a new report.
This report says that many people are being given the wrong medication. They're being given relievers rather than preventative medicines, and that is what is contributing to their deaths. Most of them had errors in their medication and
Haemophilia is a rare blood disease that leads to problems like internal bleeding and joint pain, and a lack of understanding was leaving millennial men struggling with social stigma, which wasn't helped by campaigns talking at them rather than with them. We found they used humour online to talk about how they really felt. So, to launch our patient support campaign, Redefine Haemophilia, we let them use humour in a way we could learn what was important to them. We made a meme generator for Patient Congress and took it online for the wider community to use.
After the accident and with aphasia, it was very heartbreaking that I couldn't communicate my thoughts and my feelings.
So when a brain suffers an injury or a trauma, it can cause a condition called literal paraphasias. This can lead the patients mixing up words that contain similar sounds.
I would think and try to find it, searching in my head, like, what is that word? And I just never find it, ever. So that's what's so frustrating.
Remember your favorite outfit that now you will not touch. It's gathering dust because you're scared it might reveal too much. You said the zip was broken and it won't unwrinkle, but the truth is that whenever you sneeze you can't hold back the tinkle. Oh, it's such a pain to need to pee at every little event. You kept Splendicus inside your bag to help with the embarrassment. We saw
That was soothing, wasn't it? Sudocrem. Soothing families since 1931.
Sudocrem antiseptic healing cream. Always read the label.
I just went through a breakup.
I just lost a family member.
I don't know what to do anymore. I found myself listening to sad songs on the radio.
Then this ad appeared,
and everything changed.
Statistically, Hong Kong has the highest rates of depression in the world. 61% of adults struggle with mental illnesses, yet due to low awareness, visits to doctors are rare, and 74% suffer.
In essence, the campaign was expertly simple. It was go to where the teenagers are and give them the information in a way that is going to make them take notice.
There's a high prevalence of mental distress.
Extended period of self-isolation. Overwhelmed, anxious, and stressed.
When the pandemic hit, it brought a lot of fear to the world, including a fear of donating blood. People were scared to visit hospitals. Blood stocks dropped to dangerously low
O
levels.
estoque de sangue na região metropolitana de São Paulo está muito baixo.
Brazil needed a new way of donating blood, a way that could make people feel safe and feel safe fast. The solution? Allow people to use their own cars.
Hemophilia is a rare disorder that affects mostly men, and for some can cause uncontrolled bleeding, even after a small injury. Genentech, a biotech company that produces a medicine for hemophilia, found that only 20% of the community were actively seeking out information about the condition. Genentech wanted to engage the other 80%. So where could we connect with a bunch of men who had to avoid physical injury? We tapped into the hemophilia community to find out.
Throughout my whole life, I've just been playing games.
T-minus 15 seconds. Guidance is internal. 12, 11, 10, 9. Ignition sequence start. 6, 5.
The Black and Hispanic communities hit hardest by COVID are also the hardest to enroll in clinical trials. Their life expectancy plunged to levels unseen since World War II. But the only way to help find life-saving treatments for their own communities was to participate in studies like ACTIV-2. How do you rise above 400 years of deep-seated discrimination, disparity, and distrust in the healthcare system? By coming together to rise above COVID.
Midway through 2018, the neuroscience team had a vision. We may not be the largest company in the botulinum toxin industry, but we knew we were the undisputed leader in one domain: innovation. Our vision was to showcase our leadership in the field of neuroscience innovation, using the 2019 Toxins Congress as a platform. We were set to present an unrivaled spectrum of science, delivering on our motto of innovation for patient care.
History would have you believe it's easier to divide than connect, to wall ourselves off than build each other up. But the future takes a different set of rules, where unalike people and unalike things
Hi, this is Brett the Hitman Hart, and welcome to the Creative Floor Awards, Best of the Best categories. These awards celebrate the best talent in the world of healthcare communications and the world's most awarded agencies and networks. You really are the excellence of execution, and you are the best there is, the best there was, and the best there ever will be. Congratulations on a job well done.
WheelCare, the only device that gives care back to caregivers. WheelCare is a product designed to attach to the back of any wheelchair. It's an ECG monitor with a
Tackle football is like smoking. The younger I start, the longer I'm exposed to danger. You wouldn't let me smoke. When should I start tackle? Choose flag under 14.
Don't be afraid to be creative. We just have to innovate.
I'm very excited to introduce Petra Satmari, who is a marketing director on the hemophilia team at Genentech.
It was a very atypical activation. We had a 4+ hour long event on Twitch Rivals.
Today, we're taking the blood out of the equation to play the
Sorry. I'm sorry.
When it comes to top dog and flea and tick marketing, nobody does it like Elizabeth Fox and her band of Merck Marketing Rangers. They're good, too good I reckon, and I aim to get to the bottom of it.
Welcome. Let's get right to it.
Well, I reckon we should.
Tell us why the Merck marketing team has piqued your interest so much, see?
Well, Elizabeth and her whole Merck marketing gang.
In essence, the campaign was expertly simple. It was go to where the teenagers are and give them the information in a way that is going to make them take notice.
Hemophilia is a rare disorder that affects mostly men, and for some can cause uncontrolled bleeding, even after a small injury.
Juvenile idiopathic arthritis affects 1 in every 1,000 children.
I have it in my knee.
Your heart moves to a beat, pumping blood from head
When the pandemic hit, it brought a lot of fear to the world, including a fear of donating blood.
Your heart moves to a beat, pumping blood from